Hi, this is Mrs. Poland for Chapter 6 review, and we're on example 10. Terry's standing in line waiting for a snack. He'll receive 1 serving of chips and 1 serving of salsa. The amount of chips in a serving of chips is a certain amount, but its standard deviation is 2.8 grams. So we're going to say X is the weight of the chips and of a randomly selected serving of chips, and 2.8 is the standard deviation. And then we're told that the standard deviation for a serving of salsa is 3.7. We're also told that the caloric content per serving of chips is 5 calories, and the caloric content for a serving of salsa is a half a calorie per gram. And so Terry wants to take these 2 servings and find the total number of calories she's receiving in a serving of chips and a serving of salsa. So the 2.8 represents the standard deviation just of the weight, and Y is just the standard deviation, just the weight of the salsa serving. So to get the caloric content, you would multiply by 5, and 2.8 times 5 is 14. That's the standard deviation of the caloric content of the chips. And if I take the half a calorie for the salsa, that would be the half calorie times the Y. So that's 0.5 times the 3.7, which turns out to be 1.85. So now when I want the total caloric content, that's for a serving of chips and a serving of salsa, I would sum those standard deviations, or the sum of the squared standard deviations, which is really the sum of the variances. So 14 squared plus 1.85 squared, and that gives me 14.12, which is the answer. Okay. People are confusing number 10 with problems like number 4. So 4, we have 4 apples, and we have 6 pears and 1 basket, and we want to find the standard deviation of the weight. But that 4, 6, and 1 are not constants. There are 4 separate apples, 4 separate pears. You're not multiplying by some sort of caloric content. So it's the square root of the sum of the variances. Well, the variance for each apple is 0.2 squared, but you have 4 of them. That's why you're multiplying it by 4. We're not multiplying the standard deviation by 4 first and then squaring it. We're just taking that standard deviation, getting the variance, and then it's 4 times. That's why it's 4 times 0.2 squared. And for the pears, it would be 6 times 0.18 squared. And for the basket, well, that's the easy one because it's only one basket, is 1.88 squared. And when you calculate that out, that's 1.97. I hope this clarified problems 4 and problem, I believe that was 10. Yes.